We have a new leader.
Vamos a dar inicio con la prueba final de caballos de 8 años y tenemos ya en pista a los Ecuestre montado por Juan Pablo Jiménez.
London with PS, Oldenburg, de padre Carnaval de Vos, de madre Quick Lady por Kellogg, criado en Alemania. Our first of course, is a London Quick PS is Juan Pablo Jiménez, and London Quick PS by Clarkson London, Kilo Z, and Sydney's out of the same them as starting goal.
Well, this is Juan Pablo Jiménez getting things started with London Kicks PS, the first of the 8-year-old horses in this final. Course remains the same, obviously it's gone up a little bit in height. Time allowed is still at 80 seconds, and 23 that have found their way into the final. Well, sadly that was the fence that went down, one of the fences, because they're riding HC though, so not competitive in that respect. We'll get a few of those as we go through. This lady next up is Erin Ballard, been in such great form of her horses. She's riding Giediel. There goes the bell. That's the continuation of this class.
Del francés, de padre Vagamo de la Pont, de madre Alegría de Cantín por Mayor Cartago, criada en infancia. This is Galette Self-Om Semer by Vagamo de la Pont, Mayor Cartago and Douglas White, ordered by Aradel in combination with Erin Ballard. Then the previous combination with Florian Ongo. An interesting gentleman to the second then is Homsdel, with his full sister to 160 horse Flipper Bell. New introduction, Flipper Bell. And this guy Edel comes out of the sister to
Be upset to have had the one fence down. I would have liked myself to see this combination in the jump off. Well, would have been quick, would have been exciting, but unfortunately it isn't to be in terms of a clear. I'm sure the clears we will see at some point.
Mesarga Pies, Oldenburg, de padre Messenger, de madre Contísima por Contargos, criado en Alemania. This Well, this is Eduardo Sanchez Navarro.
This is Methaga PS for the next into the 8-year-old final.
A horse bred by the stipulated. Once again, it's showdown, big German breedings nowadays here in Mexico. Methaga PS by Double Action Messenger out of Contissima. That's his first gem. And Contissima is a mother to 4 sport horses, some black type horses too. As for example, the Contissima PS of Katrien Eckerman. This is also world champion this year. Then the Contissima brings us to the genes of Contargos and Galvaro Z. An interesting story behind the name of the Methaga PS, an Oldenburger mare by Messenger, Contargos, Galvaro Z. And the sister to Contissima PS, the right of 6-year-old world champion Katrien Eckerman.
Coming to the penultimate fence, still clear at the moment. Lovely round, clear round. Well done, Eduardo and Methaga PS, setting a very nice quality round of jumping, really comfortable, giving the fencers plenty of space as well. So great news.
Tenemos en la pista a White Elvis, montado por Bruno Caballero, pero falta 6 acumulados.
White Elvis VE de Facebook BLP, de padre Elvis Terfoot, de madre enchilada por Nagano, criado en Bélgica.
This is Bruno Cavaliero here with Quiet Elvis VE, next of the 8-year-olds into the final.
Bruno Cavaliero, carving the talents of the 8-year-old Quiet Elvis VE, and VE is referring to the breeder of the Quiet Elvis, Johan Ende. It's a Belgian warm-up stallion by Elvis Terfoot, Nagano and Darko. The second then, named Updream, is full sister to Wise Guy. The horse went down on 145 level with Juan Carlos Garcia, performing really well indeed. It's Quiet Elvis VE by Elvis Terfoot, Nagano and Darko in combination with Bruno Cavaliero.
And the clears are here once more. Well done, Bruno. Bruno Cavaliero, quite Elvis VE has delivered as well, so that is 2. And that is a jump off guaranteed, so that's rather handy.
H5 London Time, KWPN, de padre Homer Prime, de madre Catherine por número 1, criado en Holanda.
Eduardo Pierre de Menet now with H5 at London Time. It's a really nice horse and full ride of Lorenzo De Luca and Holly Smith. It was originally being produced at the Poden Farms.
And the brother to the 155 was Scott Rash, named as an Omega.
Well, look at this, 3, and it's building towards quite some jump off already. There's so many nice 8-year-olds in the lovely round there from those two of London Time and Eduardo Pierre de Menef, the H5 team.
Age 5 of London Time, Eduardo Pereira de Menezes Cicero here in 73.58.
Tenemos en la pista con el número 4 a Lotite, montado por Luis Casar y el tercero falta en su acumulado.
Lovely Fe, Westfalia, de padre Comilfo, de madre Centa por Cento, criado en Alemania. This is Lindsay Cutter, our next guy in the first round, riding Lottie T. Lottie T is the farmer bred by Ewald de Heus. It's a by Comilfo out of Central Grounders. And out of sister to
Mitikasa here and Lottie T doing a very nice job so far. Oh, wow, there is some amazing riding going on as well. These horses are performing, the riders are performing, and the 8-year-old jump off is already building into something very nice indeed. And what have we got now? 4 clears. We're only 1 off what we had in the entirety of the 7-year-old. So well done to Missy Casa, Lottie T. Now Juan Manuel Luzardo riding Guizmo de Rui. Can that run of clears just continue? Hopefully it can.
This is the telephone center system in the Gizmo du New Bagne Actu out of le Tour de Saint-Louis. Telephone center released as a combination with the Juan Manuel Luzardo Gizmo du Rio as we have 4 years at the stage.
And over the last, unfortunately, it isn't to be for Juan Manuel Luzardo and Guizmo, as they have that 1 fence down and finish on a score of 4.
Caballo deportivo alemán, de padre Ascari, de madre romana por Ravalo, criado en Alemania.
Leandro Emmanuel Gonzalez and Ribbentrop FT. This 8-year-old final continuing, so 4 of them at the moment going through to jump off. Well, also now with a fence down, Leandro. They finish on the 4. Ribbentrop FT. About a third of the way through.
La pasión Ken, silla argentina, de padre Ghana, criado en Argentina.
Lilo Gonzalez, La Passion Kent is the combination next in. On the 4 already though, making for the rest of this round to be a little bit longer than they would have hoped. Still a great opportunity to demonstrate the potential, good opportunity for the horse still to be learning. Coming home on the 8 for Lilo Gonzalez and La Passion Kent. So again, just holding us to the 4 clear rounds at the moment. They all sort of came as a little bit of a block early doors, and now it's proving to be a little bit more difficult than it perhaps was looking at the beginning this course. But as they're riding on the same track as they were in the 7-year-old, it's just that little bit bigger. This is Fernando Rodriguez Esparza, riding Be Justified. Next out.
Be Justified, de padre Signified Van Stolbiek, de madre Barlan Blue. This is Be Justified, of course. It is an Irish quarters, ridden by Dignified from Sorokit. And for them to the second, Ramiro, Dignified from Sorokit, is a bigger race time, a champion nationally with Stephen Smith, is the pilot of the Bonnie Ashton, as well as belonging among the veterans to a many Grand Prix coming there. And this Be Justified was previously in combination with Alexander Butler, but now with Fernando Rodriguez.
Time penalty is costly. Time penalty is certainly going to cost them. Unfortunately, one penalty as they just go over the 80 seconds, and it's unfortunate enough to stop them getting in to the jump off for Be Justified and Fernando Rodriguez Esparza. Just taking it a little bit too steady.
Colmilda, de padre Colmander, de madre Pershing por Alfercio, criado en Suecia.
This is Colmilda, and Colmilda is a Swedish Rambler. Swedish Rambler bred by Bertil Andersson, veterinär by Colmamber, Bishop and Polydor. Colmilda är sister till Korolevski Chi of Christian Hine.
Jumping well at the moment. Rodrigo Valanda and Cole Mindia. So you'll have to jump on the 4 so far. Finishing on the 4, just the one fence down, and that is what, 4 riders now with just the single fence falling. 4 riders, of course, that are clear. Eduardo Sanchez Navarro, Bruno Cavaliero, Eduardo Piera de Menet, and Misty Casa. But it isn't to be for Rigoberto Aldana and Colominda. So we turn our attention now to Agustin Lira, riding Glory de la Race, who take on this 8-year-old track.
De padre Cornes Omolensi, de madre Victory de Rodolfo Diamant de Seville, criado en Francia. This is Gloire de la Race, con el Omolensi, Diamant de Seville.
Round to the combination. Fingers crossed he's coming round to the Visa fence. And he's done it. And he's well in on the clock, so that's not an issue. Agustin Lira, Glory de la Race, jumps are clear. So that gives us number 5 to go through to the jump off here in the 8-year-olds, as Glory and Agustin joining that lineup to come back against the clock. Super stuff as Luis Alejandro Placinero comes forward next with Zara del Pinar.
Sara de Pinar, de Sucuk TCM, de padre Siroco Blue BDL, de madre Londina del Pinar por Eurocommerce London.
Well, it's a shame to have had such an early fence.
This is Zara del Pinar. Zara is a member of the Eurocommerce Group out of Eurocommerce London. Registered with the CCPL Sudbook. Next to Brad Zara del Pinar.
Well, they finish on the 4. It is unfortunate that early fence goes, but otherwise had been a solid performance beyond that. But it is a score of 4 for Luis Alejandro Brasiliana and Zara del Pinar. Rattling through this class as we move into the turn now of, I think this is Javier, isn't it? Javier Fernandez. Caracoelas del Trebol goes next.
Cacao LS del Trébol, de Subbuclasilla, de padre cazador LS, de madre cazalla por Carolus I, criado en México. This is the Cacao LS del Trébol, bred by Garcia. The Mexican red offspring is selling by Cazador LS, Carolus I.
So far so good. It started well anyway, settling into the round nicely.
Caracalla is for sister to Chepeto of Christopher Kaufman, and it brings us to the deadline of Football's Lazio, an amazing Grand Prix stallion of Lauren Haas, as well as the Kisirias Correct of Adrian Schmidt, and many more iconic names. It is a round of Javier Fernandez and Cacao LS del Trébol.
Four it is come the end, 4 it is, and all it takes for it not to be able to progress into the jump off, so we hold on 5 as things currently stand.
Tenemos en la pista con el número 14 a Andrés Oscar Díaz, montado por Juan Pablo Jiménez, 0 faltas acumuladas.
Juan Pablo Jiménez Torres joining us now with the Cadesso Star PS.
This is another round of Cadesso Star PS, the round of Juan Pablo Jiménez. Cadesso Star PS. The Jigs of Casalico and the Centaurics van Oldenburg gelding. Silver Reds. Maar je bestuurt
Well, we get another one going through. Well done, Juan Pablo. Well done, Cadesso Star PS. Another of the Porsche bred rides through to that round against the clock, because that makes 2 of them now. Well done. So great stuff there. And in fact, it means the next to go is a rider that's already got one through. This is Eduardo Pierre de Manef now with K's Pleasure Hero Z. He's already clear with H5 London time, so a second chance here to make it 2 through.
Pleasure Hero C, Sanchez, de padre Cassandre Van Rosker, de madre Caldor Pleasure for Pleasure, criado en Bélgica. This is Case Pleasure Hero.
So going well at the moment.
Is bred by Sub-Zero in Belgium. It's a second mare by Cassander van der Roosakker for pleasure and touchdown. The first then is the 160-year Scaldo pleasure. And the second then is Liscaldo, with which Robert Lennon won the World Equestre Games back in 2022 or 2002 rather in Jerez La Frontera. A very impressive line.
Coming round, jumping the last, and he's going to have two through, isn't he? Well done, Eduardo. And Kay's Pleasure Hero Z. Eduardo Pierre de Meneth will have a double chance in the jump off. 7 clears. He's come a little bit out of order as well, so he'll drop back into his order place for that jump off round. 4 more to go in the opening round, if the maths are correct. Carlos Alexander Fletcher Sanchez now with Kalimi Mugula PS. So another for the German Schockemole yard.
Calígula Pies, Oldenburg. De padre Calígula, de madre Mezzanina por Messenger, criado en Alemania.
This is Caligula PS, another German red offspring by Caligula and the Messenger. Caligula PS.
Carlos Alexander here, moving on well into the second half of the course, still clear. Get more. So now we have 8. It's a Super 8. Carlos Alexander Sanchez and Kalimu Gula PS has a chance to jump for victory as they deliver the next to the clear rounds. Next up, Jose Antonio Valato Yeribi here with Achilles. Achilles Las Aguilas is the next to the combinations to get things underway. First of the final 3 to go.
Aquiles las agujas, de Sucuk TCM, de padre Arquímedes, de madre Coconoa LS por Caruso La Silla, criado en México.
This is Achilles Las Agujas, it is brand of Jose Antonio Boyante Perez. This gelding, Mexican gelding, registered with the CCDM subbook by Achilles. And the first then into Coconoa LS by Caruso La Silla.
Sadly, it's for Jose that unable to deliver the clear that they would have been wanting. As we now know there are 8 with just 2 to go. But it isn't today for Jose Antonio Valatorrivi and Achilles Las Aguas. Perhaps for Victor Morales Varona, riding here with Fatima San Isidro.
montada por Víctor Morales. Tiene 0 faltas en su acumulado.
Fátima San Isidro, de Subbuclasilla, de padre Carmento, de madre Yanka por White primero, del rancho San Isidro, criado en México.
This is Fatima San Isidro, another Mexican bred offspring, which married by Julio Carpento, out of like Años and Doctor Julio Carpento places Fatima San Isidro in the orbit of Campaña Valentinios of Nicola Filipa, catching up S of Categoria Rico Grande Grandson, our more rock talent there. Julio Carpento, further on to Quantis Años, this horse registered with the Atasía Subbook, Fatima San Isidro.
Well, they also finish on the floor, Victor Morales Varona, Fatima San Isidro, which means we're still at 8 with 1 left to go. And in fact, the 1 that is left to go has already got a clear. Bruno Cavaliero will go second in the jump off on Quite Elvis VE. Could go last as well with Caroli's Come On, the last to go in the opening round of the 8-year-old final.
Caroli Comón, Oldenburg, de padre Caroli, de madre Flegel por Comón, criado en Alemania.
This is our penultimate combination in the first round. It is Bruno Cavallero and Carolis Coman. Carolis Coman is bred by Caroli Coman and Neri, and it's a brother to Carrot Cake, the Grand Prix horse of Alexandre Suvel. Beautiful damn line, combined with Caroli on the side. Carolis Coman, bred by the Chiclets and by Bruno Cavallero.
Also on the 4 of his second ride, it means he will just have the 1 to go into the jump off, and 8 of them in total. The only rider to get through who was Eduardo Pierre de Manet with his 2 rides, but Eduardo Sanchez Navarro is going to go first, Bruno Cavallero second, then it's Eddie who was first, Eduardo's first. Misty Castle and Lottie T. Second ride is Kay's Pleasure for Eduardo. Augustin Lira, Juan Pablo Jimenez and Carlos Alexander's in the prime spot of going last. So that is the jump-off order for the 8-year-old championship that comes up very shortly.
And the prize money in the jump of the 8-year-old final here during a Grand Prix day in San Miguel de. We are getting set and ready for the ultimate decision in this final for 8-year-old horses. jump out of the final for Angel horses with those 8 to come forward, ladies and gentlemen. Masanga PS quite Elvis in the H5 Lombardy Lucky T Case Pleasure Healers and Random S Combinação Star PS and Caligula PS. Jump up as seen in the 7-year-old final, there's a reference 9, 10, 11, 13, 7, 8A, 8B, and 14. So starting on the outside of Banorte, down the line to the outside of R, left-handed vertical of Visa, left-hand once again to New Fence, fence 13 with beautiful flowers in the wings, right-handed to the outside. In the Mexican team to the double combination 8A and 8B, and right-handed to finish on fence 14. That is the last brand new vertical. 9, 10, 11, 13, 7, 8, 8B, and 14 to finish. Jump out of the final 4 Angel horses here in San Miguel de Allende at the Otoño Show 2024.
We have a new leader.
Who's going to be leading? Who's going to be winning? Who is going to be taking the title of the 8-year-olds here today? We will wait to find out. Surely it is going to be an exciting finish. I have absolutely no doubt about it. We just got to wait and find out who is going to be the first into the arena, because I just wondered if Eduardo was going to move up, and it looks like he is. So Eduardo Pereira de Menez has got 2 through, and he's going to go first with Pereira, H5 at London time to try and set the standard.
This is the jump off of the April final. First to go is running H5 London time with Eduardo Pereira.
So we're ready to go against the clock.
Best of luck for H5 London time.
Quite a twisty course at points. But to start with, you just need to be sensible. Nice and controlled on the turn. It was quite tight back to that parallel, but then he's just been sensible, really keeping hold down to the double turn back to what is going to be a final fence with a flourish. 36.48 on the clock as he sets the standard with a clear. Well done, Eduardo Piera de Menez at H5 London time. That was a lovely turn. It meant he had to be a bit careful after that, but he was so fast on the turn back to the right. So he'll have another ride. We'll see him at Case Pleasure Hero Z in a few horses' time. Meanwhile, it's Eduardo Sanchez Navarro now with Mestarga PS. One of 3 Paul Shokamola horses in this 8-year-old final jump-off.
This is Mestarga. Mestarga PS is the rider of Eduardo Sanchez Navarro, and Mestarga PS is by messenger out of them para contactos.
Oh dear, got it all wrong at the first. I wonder if he'll even go on. Well, it's a shame, but it does happen occasionally. It's really unsettled the horse. There we go. Green's going to walk in and just settle the horse, is he? Well, officially retiring when he raises his hand, so what a shame. Now, bad luck, Eduardo Sanchez Navarro and Mr. Lager PS. So we now move on to Bruno Cavaliero riding Quite Elvis VE. Came quite close to getting 2 through, didn't he? But his second ride just having 1 fence down. That's the last to go, but already knew he had this one in to the jump off at the time.
There we go with our third figure. There we go with Quite Elvis VE, the Belgian one led by Elvis Button and Nakano. There we go with Bruno Cavaleiro with 3 in the jump off of the final for 8-year-olds.
Much stronger start and keeping up quite a forward and fast pace, it seems, as well. Gambled a little bit on the turn back. Not going to be as fast as Eduardo, but clear. 38.92. Good effort, Bruno Cavaliero. Quite Elvis VE.
It's clear for Bruno Cavaleiro for Quite Elvis VE. A good time as well in the jump round of the Belgian World 38.92 for Quite Elvis VE. Bruno
Super
Cavaleiro.
effort there. But Misty Kaza next up, Lottie T. Next of our 8-year-olds. Trying to challenge 36.48 as a leading time. Well, good effort, good try. 39.43 is just a few seconds away, but it'll put them into third. They're just behind Bruno Cavaliero by about half a second is all it was. But we're halfway through. We've got 3 clears, and it's still the first that went that leads the way. H5 London time, Eduardo Piera de Menez out in front.
Tenemos en la pista Gloria de la Raz, montado por Agustín Lira.
This is Agustin Lira. This is Eduardo Laras, second summer by Kurde Obolensky in the amount with semi. There is a free, the reference set by H5 London time.
This is good at the moment, still clear. Agustin Lira, Glory de la Ras. Slower but clear. Well done. 43.11 on the clock for Glory de la Ras, and Agustin Lira delivers what is, for the moment, at the very least, 4th place, with the final 3 left to go in the draw. I just wonder if there'll be a little bit of a hold. No, he's ready to go. Oh, in fact, I think let's see, Juan Pablo's moved up, hasn't he? Well, Pablo Jimenez is going to go a little earlier to allow Eduardo a bit more time. Of course, Eduardo's still leading on London time. This is Canteso Star PS. Juan Pablo Jimenez Torres. Good effort as well, but again, it's not going to rattle the top of the order, but finishing with a solid double clear to wrap up this 8-year-old championship from their point of view. Well done to Juan Pablo Jimenez Torres there and Candeso Star PS. So still Eduardo Piera de Menez, H5 London time lead. Bruno Cavaliero, quite Elvis VE sitting in second, and in third at the moment, Misty Kaza with Lottie T as heading up and in. I think is going to be Carlos. Is it Carlos? No, it's Eduardo. It's hard to tell from here. Here he is, Eduardo Piera de Menez, second ride. Now this is Case Pleasure Hero Z. First of the final 2, but this is the man that leads with his first ride, H5 London time. Oh dear. You could just see he was a little bit far off that.
Cuatro faltas en el 39.08 para que es
Eduardo Pierre de Menet has finished on the 4:39.08 is the time, but he was guess gambling a little bit just there. It was just, to be honest, that was the turn that I think might well have won it for him in his first horse because he got it so correct. But to the last we go. Carlos Alexander, Fidel Sanchez and Calimugla PS. The last out in the 8-year-old final. Here we are, ready to rock.
Our last to go in the jump out in this final for 8-year-old horses is Carlos Alexander Frank and Caligula PS. Best of luck, time to beat is 36 for 8.
Again, had to go that little bit wider, played a bit more sensible, but it's that turn where Eduardo's won this. Oh dear, he's won it anyway because the fence has gone down. It's going to create 6 seconds added on and a rebuild. I wonder if he'll continue or not. We will wait to find out. What a shame for Carlos. He was certainly trying everything at the time with Calimugla PS. Nicely done, back underway. Didn't work out in the end for the last to go. Carlos, bad luck with your ride, Carlos Alexander Fritera Sanchez, but the first to go was first all the way. Eduardo Pierre de Menes at 8:05 London time has won the 8-year-old title here in Otomi. Well done. Congratulations. Second going to Bruno Carliero, Quiet Elvis VE, and on third it's Misty Casa and Lottie T, ahead of Juan Pablo Jimenez and Cadesso and Augustin Lira and Glory. The next class starts in about an hour and 5 minutes, but before that we're going to have the presentations in a moment for the 8-year-old horses. That comes up very shortly, and then the jumping kicks off again in about an hour's time.
Le pedimos a las siguientes representantes de pleito y casino nos acompañen en esta premiación.
So, heading back our way, it is the prize winners here in the 8-year-old final. Well done. Congratulations to Eduardo Piera. He will take 6th place with Karimugla with K's Pleasure Hero Z, and of course takes the win with Eduardo's ride H5 at London time. Bruno Cavaliero finishing there in 2nd with Quad Elvis VE. Mr. Kaza's ride, Lottie T in 3rd. Lots of carrots for them. Congratulations, Juan Pablo Jimenez Torres and Candeso Star PF. Of course, as I say, Eduardo took 6th with K's Pleasure Heroes. So it is a day to celebrate for Eduardo Piera de Mena. And H5 London time, the lap of honour gets underway for your winner and champion in the 8-year-old final here in Atomi in San Miguel de la Londe. Very well done indeed. Congratulations. Super stuff. So the next class is the National Amateur Junior High Visa class, and that to look forward to. Jump off competition coming our way in a little while, just under the hour I would suggest, or in fact exactly an hour, and then we start again with that one. So we'll look forward to it. There's about 40 odd coming forward in it as well. Well done, Eduardo, in the 8-year-olds. In the meantime, Grand Prix as well coming up later today for the 3-star. It is all on offer here in Atomi. We'll be back a little later.
We have a new leader.